Tottenham head coach Antonio Conte faces an uncertain future after his outburst at Southampton. The Italian branded his squad selfish, following the 3-3 draw at St. Mary's. There is growing belief he cannot continue as head coach, with Mauricio Pochettino linked with a return. After the thunder and lightning of Antonio Conte's outburst, in which he accused Tottenham's players of being selfish, the club's board are digging through the debris and trying to find a path forward based on pragmatism rather than emotion. The staff and squad have been off for 2 days, a break that was pre-scheduled regardless of the result against Southampton. It has been the perfect tonic to the fury flung by the head coach, allowing Conte to calm down, the hierarchy to calculate next steps, and affording players a breather from what has been an unhappy environment. With Champions League football on the line and only 10 games left, Chairman Daniel Levy is trying to solve the equation of whether sticking or twisting with the Italian is a greater guarantee of securing top 4. Conte perhaps provided the answer himself on Saturday. Some people think we can fight. Fight for what with this spirit, this attitude, this commitment? What? For 7th, 8th, 10th place? If that is the head coach's level of belief in what this team can now achieve under him, are the players minded to prove him wrong? Does Levy have credence they would want to? The players' reaction. Even before Conte's robust dressing down of the players, several of them had been in touch with Mauricio Pochettino urging him to return to the club. There has been disillusionment at the lack of on-pitch identity, progressive football and development of talent since the Argentine was sacked in November 2019. Conte's public rebuke has not gone down well in the dressing room. While players accept responsibility for performances, the large sentiment is the head coach's act on Saturday was a case of self-preservation. The squad are aware, and have been since January, that Conte will not be staying at Tottenham upon the expiry of his contract this summer. As one player's agent told Sky Sports News, "Every time he talks, it's as if he's doing the lads and Spurs a favor by still being here." He questioned their attitude and commitment when it's clear for a long time that he doesn't even want to be at the club. Conte suggested the uncertainty around his future has been used as an alibi for subpar performances from the players. A counter has been that the most financially backed head coach in Tottenham's history has failed to implement a progressive approach that can be bought into by the squad and supporters, while conceding the most goals of the top 12. The club brought in 10 recruits this season alone for a combined fee in excess of £150 million. Has Conte done his best to extract the goods from this group, or is the message how much better he is than them? The club's reaction. The head coach having to clarify that his rant was solely aimed at the players and not the hierarchy was instructive. Conte, who was compensated by Chelsea following a long legal battle over his sacking, does not want to be accused of bringing Tottenham into disrepute. While the club accepted this position, the full transcript supports Conte's stance that his only target was the squad. They are severely unimpressed by the force, implications, and timing of his tirade. There are more efficient ways to rouse players than publicly skewering them, even without factoring in Harry Kane's contract situation. One of the foremost thoughts at the club is where they would have been this season without England's captain. His influence and impact is more significant than the head coach's.